Now, the SN2 mechanism, the very first point is definition. So, definition of SN2 mechanism, it is a biomolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, SN2, as in the previous lecture, we see that SN stand for nucleophilic substitution and the 2 is stand for biomolecular. So, SN2 is nothing but the biomolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, and this reaction is take place between the alkyl halide and the strong nucleophile. Very importantly, the strong nucleophile is required to carry out the SN2 mechanism. So it is biomolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction between the alkyl halide and a strong nucleophile, wherein the nucleophile displaces the halide and forms the product. So, wh- uh, what exactly the role of strong nucleophile is defined here, that the nucleophile displaces the halide and forms the product. So this is the complete definition of SN2 mechanism. That is, it is a biomolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, and the reaction takes place between the alkyl halide and a strong nucleophile, wherein the nucleophile displaces the halide and forms the product. Now, after seeing the definition, we have to move towards the mechanism. Uh, Mechanism, in bracket, in short, I have written the basic mechanism of this SN2 mechanism is formation of pentavalent carbon as a intermediate. So formation of pentavalent carbon as an intermediate is the mechanism of SN2. Based on the experimental observation, the mechanism is a single step process in which the CX bond breaking and C nucleophile bond formation occur simultaneously. So here you can see the CX bond is breaking, CX bond is breaking, and the new C and nucleophile bond is forming, and the intermediate obtained, that is the pentavalent carbon. Here you can see at the valency of this carbon becomes a pentavalent. So this is the intermediate structure of this reaction, the structure mentioned in the square bracket. So that is why the we put here the formation of pentavalent carbon as an intermediate is the mechanism. So it is a single step mechanism. Nucleophile directly attacks to the from the rear side to that of the halide group. So exactly opposite to the halide group, the nucleophile attacks. In the in the structure of square bracket, you can see it clearly. Uh, the nucleophile and the halides are exactly opposite in direction. That bond, that dotted line shows between the C and X that bond between the C and X is breaking, and the dotted line between the nucleophile and the carbon is said that the new bond between the C and nucleophile is formed. For example, methyl chloride. Methyl chloride, if it is treated with a strong nucleophile, that is the sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide or the hydroxyl group. So it will form a such type of intermediate structure. This is an intermediate structure where the Cl is departed from the molecule and the hydroxyl group is attached to the methyl chloride molecule and ultimately results in the formation of the methanol and plus Cl minus anion. The single step reaction mechanism necessitates. This is a step reaction mechanism necessitate and justify the active role of both the reactants. It is justifying the active role of both the reactant. That means the active role of alkyl halide and the active role of this strong nucleophile in the only as it is a single step reaction, that's why I use the word in the only, and hence also the rate determining step. Naturally, if it is a single step reaction mechanism, then that single step reaction mechanism is only the rate determining step. So it may be noted that the nucleophile is shown attacking from the rear side of the carbon. Rear side means you can say the back side of the carbon. In front side is as the front side is occupied by the leaving group. Also, in a transition state, that square bracket structure is also known as the transition state. The tetravalent carbon becomes a pentavalent. Ideally, the valency of the carbon is 4, but for some instant, whenever the alkyl halide follow the SN2 mechanism, it will it becomes a pentavalent with the leaving group and the nucleophile poised at 180 degree. Poised at 180 degree. And that means the angle between the hydroxyl and the chloryl radical is of 180 degree, and other three bonds that is carbon and hydrogen lying in the same plane are at an angle of 120 degree. So the angle between the carbon and hydrogen uh, are at an 120 degree centigrade. It is an unnatural, uncomfortable position for the carbon. So, as you know, the bond angle between the carbon and hydrogen in case of methane, ideally it is 109.5. And here in this case, whenever the alkyl halide achieve its transition state, the bond angle between the leaving group and the nucleophile is poised at 180 degrees centigrade, and all the three hydrogens are lying in the same plane, are at an angle of 120 degree. So uh, that's why it is an unnatural, uncomfortable position for the carbon. So for a fraction of second or for a fraction of minute, you can say the carbon achieved this transition state, and immediately after uh, departed departure of the leaving group, the carbon regain its original tetrahedral nature and form the methanol. Now, the kinetics. It follows the second order kinetics. No issue. SN2 mechanism is follow the second order kinetics. That's why it is known as a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Experiment shows that under the condition which drive the reaction SN2, the rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of the both the reacting species, that is alkyl halide and the nucleophile. Change in anyone's concentration reflect the proportionality in the rate of reaction. So the kinetics of the SN2 mechanism is second order kinetics. Mathematically, it can be expressed as rate is equal to K multiplied by the concentration of alkyl halide multiplied by the concentration of the nucleophile. So that square bracket indicates the concentration. So rate is directly proportional to the concentration of alkyl halide and concentration of nucleophile. And in the equation, K is nothing but a proportionality constant. If if we change the concentration of any one of the reacting species, if the concentration of alkyl halide, if we increase or the decrease in the same proportionate, in the same proportional rate of the reaction also increase or decrease respectively. Same is happen with the nucleophile also. If we increase or decrease the concentration of the nucleophile in the reaction, then the rate of the reaction also increase or decrease in the same proportional. So K is nothing but the proportionality constant. Now the next point of discussion, that is fourth point of SN2 mechanism, is nothing but the stereochemistry. What exactly the stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism said, that I directly put in the bracket, that complete stereochemical inversion. So stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism said complete stereochemical inversion. So while discussing the stereochemistry of any reaction, now it is not at all about the uh, SN2 mechanism. So, for any reaction, while discussing the stereochemistry means stereo means solid and the chemistry means the chemistry. So, it is essential to select the appropriate stereochemically significant substrate molecule. So, it is very much essential to select the appropriate stereochemical significant substrate molecule, that is one which is chiral. The very first one is very first essentiality or the requirement is nothing but uh, the selected uh, molecule is a chiral one. Optically active. The chiral means such a carbon atom which is attached to the four different groups. Four different groups is known as a chiral carbon atom. Now the optically active, that means the selected compound must rotate the plane polarized light either towards right side or towards left side. In other words, you can say optically active compound must rotate the plane polarized light right toward the clockwise or the anti-clockwise direction and has a specific rotation. Its specific rotation must be known. So this is the basic requirement for discussing the stereochemistry of any reaction, that the molecule must be chiral, as we are studying the chiral carbon atom. uh, Organic chemistry. So so our the substrate is nothing but the carbon containing compound only. So that particular molecule is chiral, optically active, and has a known specific rotation, so that any change in the stereochemistry in the product can be compared with the stereochemistry of the reactant. So if we know all these essential characteristics of that substrate, so uh, one can easily understand the stereochemistry, change in the stereochemistry of the product, and it will help to propose the particular mechanism. Thus, first we have taken the example in the mechanism. It is a methyl chloride used as an example of the substrate in the discussion of kinetics cannot be suitable for the discussion of stereochemistry. Why the methyl chloride is not suitable for the discussion of the stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism? Because the methyl chloride is doesn't have any chiral carbon atom. That is why Methyl chloride is not suitable candidate for discussing the stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism. An appropriate example would be, say, 2-chlorobutane. Uh, Below the structure is already given, which exists an enantiomeric pair and can react to form the enantiomeric product, say, to butanol. So the chlorobutane, 2-chlorobutane is the right choice. You can see the structure. In this structure, this is the structure of 2-chlorobutane, and this carbon is nothing but the chiral carbon atom, as it is attached to the 4 different groups. One group is ethyl, second one is methyl, third one is chloro, and the fourth one is hydrogen. And it has an enantiomeric pair. It also has an enantiomeric pair. If you draw the imaginary line here and considering it as a mirror, then you can see that it is an exactly the mirror images of each other. So such compounds are called as enantiomeric product. Now, if this is undergoing the SN2 mechanism in presence of these 2-chlorobutanol, if it is undergoing the SN2 mechanism, it will result in the formation of 2-methanol. And this 2-methanol is also a enantiomeric product. That means this first one, if the first one is a dextrorotatory, in case of its optical rotation, then this one will be a levorotatory. That means the first one is rotate the plane polarized light in the clockwise direction, and these 2-butanol is rotate the plane polarized light in anti-clockwise direction. So this is the basic requirement for studying the stereochemistry of any organic reaction. Methyl chloride is not suitable, and that's why we study the stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism with the help of 2-chlorobutane. Now, in actual experimentation, it is observed that SN2 mechanism always proceed with the complete stereochemical inversion. The nucleophile thus gets attached on the opposite side of the leaving group. So now it is a 3D structure of this 2-chlorobutane. This 3D structure of 2-chlorobutane is like this. That is carbon. This carbon is particularly this central carbon is nothing but a chiral carbon atom, and now you can see how the reaction is proceed. The nucleophile is attacking from the rear side of the halide group in this way, and in this way the product is obtained. So nucleophile does get attached on the opposite side of the reaction group. So this is consistent with the mechanism which has pentavalent carbon in the transition state. So that reaction particularly shows us that the carbon is achieving the pentavalent transition state. The leaving groups still attached to the carbon atom, thus necessitating attack of nucleophile from the rear side only. What happened in this transition state, leaving group is not departed. So uh, hydroxyl group has to attack from the rear side. On departure of the leaving group, the planar bond get directed an opposite side to accommodate the newly attached nucleophile. Okay. So for inversion of the configuration, rear side attack of nucleophile is the basic reason. For the inversion of the configuration, if your starting compound is, say for example this one, if our starting compound, say if it is a dextrorotatory, then our product is levorotatory. That means if uh, the 2-chlorobutane, before going into the reaction, if it is convert the plane polarized toward the right side, then the product obtained, that is 2-chlorobutane, is rotate the plane polarized light toward the left side. So that is the basic reason for the rear side inversion, because every molecule undergo the same change and there is a complete stereochemical inversion. So whenever the alkyl halide is undergoing the nucleophilic bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, there is always a complete stereochemical inversion. Now we will see the reactivity. Reactivity. Uh, that reactivity sequence is mentioned here wrongly. It is not like this only. The reactivity sequence is like this. That is CH3 is more reactive in case of SN2 reaction, then primary, then secondary, and then tertiary. So here if something typographical error is there, this is not a right reactivity sequence. So under the condition which dictate the reaction to go SN2 way, various class of alkyl halide follow the reactivity sequence. Not like that. Tertiary less than secondary less than primary and less than methyl. It is methyl less than primary then secondary and less than tertiary. The reason for high reactivity of least substituted and low reactivity of most substituted alkyl halide lies in the pentavalent transition state of mechanism. Now, why that reactivity sequence is there? The reactivity sequence, that means the methyl chloride is more reactive, then uh, primary alkyl halide, and then secondary and then tertiary alkyl halide. The reason for high reactivity of least, methyl chloride is the least substituted and the tertiary alkyl halide is the most substituted alkyl halide. That reason lies in the pentavalent transition state of the mechanism. An already unstable pentavalent carbon. Now, the transition state of the mechanism is what? The pentavalent carbon. An already unstable pentavalent carbon, if burdened with more and more alkyl group, as in higher tertiary, primary, and secondary alkyl halide, becomes more and more unstable in the transition state. The substituted alkyl halide find it cumbersome to reach the transition state and hence yield the product slowly. Methyl halide, on the other side, has a minimum possible burden of the tiniest possible atom, that is hydrogen atom. So here you can say the exact reactivity sequence. This is the methyl halide. Here in this picture, we have shown about the transition state only. The transition state is the reason for particular reactivity sequence. The first figure is of methyl halide. The tiniest hydrogen atom is there, so it is very easy to form the product. And then in case of primary, one hydrogen is replaced with alkyl group. If it is secondary, two hydrogen group is replaced with alkyl group, and in case of tertiary, all the hydrogens are replaced with alkyl group. So as the number of alkyl group increases, the steric strength is also increasing. Already the carbon is in unstable, uncomfortable position, and that steric hindrance, the steric strains also burden the transition state, and hence the product is obtained slowly. But in later cases, say for example, secondary and tertiary alkyl halide like this, uh, the product formation of the product is practically impossible. So because of the steric strains, the and the pentavalent transition state, lower class of alkyl halide is the preferable choice of substrate. Is the preferable choice of substrate. So less or more crowding, that is the steric strains, on an already uncomfortable pentavalent carbon is thus the basic factor which govern the reactivity in SN2 mechanism. This is the basic factor. That is the pentavalent carbon transition state. Okay.